The morning sun stretched over the sprawling meadows of Willow Creek Ranch, painting everything in shades of gold and quiet promise. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of hay and horses, and somewhere in that endless land of fences and forgotten dreams stood a man who had everything money could buy except peace. His name was Colt Harrison, the richest rancher in 3 counties, known for his stoic face, weathered hands, and a heart locked tighter than the gates of his property. Since the accident that had taken his wife and unborn child years ago, Colt had built walls not just around his land, but around his soul. He worked the ranch from dawn to dusk, feeding cattle, mending fences, and pretending that the echo of loneliness was just the wind, until that day when 2 little voices called out to him from beyond the wooden fence that divided his world from theirs. Mister! Please don't go." The sound of small, desperate voices made Colt stop mid-stride, his boots crunching against the dirt. He turned slowly, his shadow long in the sun, and what he saw melted something he didn't know was still capable of warmth. There they were, 2 tiny girls, no older than 6, standing barefoot on the dusty road, their hair tangled and cheeks streaked with dirt. They wore old dresses that hung loose on their small frames, and between them they held a frayed basket filled with wilted wildflowers. One of them, the bolder of the 2 with bright green eyes, looked up at him through the fence and whispered, "Please just be our daddy for today." Colt froze. His hat tilted slightly as he knelt down, his rough voice trembling more than he cared to admit. "What did you just say, sweetheart?" The little girl swallowed hard, her lip quivering. "We don't got a daddy no more. Mama's been sick real bad. We just thought maybe if we had one today, she'd smile again." The second girl, quieter and holding tightly to her sister's hand, added softly, "Just for today, mister. We promise we won't bother you. After." Colt's heart ached in a way he hadn't felt since he lost everything. He didn't know what to say. This wasn't something a man like him knew how to handle. He'd tamed wild horses and faced storms that could tear barns apart. But this simple, innocent plea left him speechless. He took off his hat, rubbed the back of his neck, and sighed. "Where's your mama, little ones?" The bolder twin pointed down the dirt path toward a small, run-down cabin barely standing against the prairie wind. "She's at home, sir. She can't walk much no more. We just wanted to bring her flowers, but the wind took most of 'em." Colt's chest tightened. The cabin had been there for years. He'd seen smoke rise from its chimney now and then, but never thought much of it. It belonged to the Miller family, or what was left of it. The father, he remembered, had died in a mining accident the year before. "What's your name?" he asked softly. "I'm Lily," said the first girl, puffing. Girls filling the air with laughter that felt like sunshine. As Clara watched them, she whispered, "You don't know what this means to them. Or to me." Colt sat quietly beside her, his rough hands resting on his knees. "Maybe I do," he said, his voice low. "Maybe I needed this more than you think." For the next few hours, Colt fixed the broken fence around their small yard, fetched fresh water, and even brought food from his ranch. The girls followed him everywhere, calling him Daddy like it was the most natural thing in the world. Clara watched from the doorway, her heart breaking and healing all at once. And when the sun began to set, casting amber light over the prairie, Colt knew he had to leave. Lily ran up to him, eyes wide and glistening. "Daddy, will you come back tomorrow?" He paused, looking down at her tiny face. "Sweetheart, Please," Rose interrupted, tugging at his sleeve. "Mama smiled today 'cause of you." Colt looked toward the cabin. Clara stood there, leaning against the doorframe, her expression soft but unreadable. For the first time in years, he didn't want to walk away. "All right," he said finally, his voice gentle. "I'll come back tomorrow." The twins cheered, hugging his legs before running back to their mother. As Colt walked home beneath the twilight sky, he felt something he hadn't felt in a long, long time. Hope. The kind that made the world look a little less empty. And deep down, though he didn't yet know it, that single day by the fence was the beginning of something that would change all their lives. Forever. If this story touched your heart, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming tales of love, hope, and second chances. Because sometimes family is found where you least expect it.